Okay, we're looking at the arithmetic sequences mini test and we're on question 2. So I'm told, so this time they're talking about the sum of the first 12 terms. So it's really important that you're using the correct formula. So the summing formula is n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So the sum of the first 12 terms, so that's going to be n is 12, and the sum equals 366. Okay, so 366 is n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1, so that's going to be 11 times d. Okay, and I do know for this question what I'm supposed to end up with. So this is a show that question. So I just need to be sure I show enough stages of working to earn those marks. So by writing the formula out and by clearly writing what n and the sum are, I'm definitely showing I know what I'm talking about. So 366, so that's going to be 6 times 2a, so 12a, plus 6 times 11d. Yeah, and I don't really think there's much more than that we can show, so just make sure you just write a brief conclusion as required is fine for any show that question. Just always write a final sort of statement to show that you have done it. So that was part A. Okay, so given also that the 8th term, so careful there because they're not talking about the summing formula anymore, they're talking about the 8th term itself. So that's going to be that formula there. So the 8th term, so if n is 8, n minus 1 is 7, and they're telling me that that equals 38. Okay, so basically I've got simultaneous equations. I've got that equation with a and d, and I've got this equation with a and d. So it's just deciding the best way to solve them. There's plenty of variations. I think I'm going to do it by making a the subject of this one. So rewriting that as 38, a equals 38 minus 7d, and then substituting it into this one here. But it's almost just a matter of taste, matter of personal preference. There's lots of different ways you could have solved those simultaneous equations. So that would give me 366 equals 12, and then for a, I'm substituting in 38 minus 7d, and then the plus 66d, so 366 is 12 times 38, so 456 minus 84d plus 66d. So if I, I'll take my d's over to the left-hand side. So minus 84 plus 66 is minus 18. So if I add that over to the left-hand side, that becomes 18d, and then 456 minus 366 is 90. So d would be 90 over 18. So d would be 5. And then I just need to go back to either of the equations. So I think this is probably the simpler one, and substitute that back in. So 38 is a plus 7d, and now I know that d is 5. So then I can do 38 to take away 35 and get a is 3. Okay, and then, so I've answered, I've got a bit ahead of myself. I've answered B and C together there, right. So B was basically up until that point, and then I actually started answering C at that point, and we've got our values of A and D. Okay, so I think we're good.